Hi, I'm Peter from Debiquity, and here is a video that will help you to get the most out of the reports produced by the Checklist app. First, let's have an overview of what reports are available. On the report page of the Checklist app, you'll find two tabs, one being the app breakdown tab, which reports on the number of times the app has been used, with the ability to filter the information by date and location. It also shows the overall scoring of each version of this checklist, again with the ability to filter by date and location. The second tab is the Checklist Reports tab, which gives you access to section breakdown scores, an overall score, and displays individual smileys for each criteria, as well as comments and photos. From this tab, you can also generate a PDF file summarizing all of this information for that version of the checklist. Let's take a closer look at the App Breakdown tab. Here you can see the number of times this version of the app has been used. It's possible to filter this by date or date range and by location. How can you use this information? Well, you can check if the checklist has been used as agreed by the user within a specified time frame, and you can check if the checklist has been used in the location for which it was designed. The second report from the App Breakdown tab shows you an overall score for each location. This can then be filtered by date or by a date range, and you can also filter by location or section, or in other words, the main headings of the checklist. Hovering over the individual bars on the graph will give you more details about that version of the checklist. This information will allow you to see the overall percentage conformance level for each time the checklist is used and for a specific date range and/or location. You can also see the individual percentage scores by section. This will enable you to see if corrective measures are effective in improving performance over time, allowing you to compare, contrast, and ultimately to improve. Clicking on the Checklist Report tab gives you access to a detailed report for each checklist version. Select the checklist type, select a location, or select directly the version of the checklist you want to see. Here you can see the overall score for each section and the overall score for this version of the checklist. Hover over the bars in the chart to see the exact score for each section. How can you use this information? Well, it allows you to see the sections which require your priority as a focus for improvement. More importantly is the second part of this report, as it gives you the actual scoring of each section, and it allows you to see comments left and photos taken by the user. How to get the most out of this information? Well, in having visual access to the scoring detail for each of the sections and access to comments and photos allows you to be very focused on what needs to be done. The final report you can produce from the Checklist tab is a PDF report. It sums up the detail of the specific version of the checklist, and it also shows the signature of the person completing the checklist. And in the second part of the PDF report, you can see the individual criteria scores with associated comments, and any photos are shown at the end of each section. You can use this information to communicate results easily and appropriately to the team, and it allows you to have a detailed overview of the results, which allows you to focus on the necessary improvements. This report can also be emailed or printed, filed and distributed appropriately to members of the team directly from the user's device. In summary then, all of the information produced by the use of the Checklist app will ultimately help you to quickly analyze, discuss, and take action where it's required. Thank you for watching, and if we can help further, please do not hesitate to get in touch.